for showing up at the start of the 2014-15 basketball season. First and foremost, it doesn't get any better to be sitting next to 2,000-point career scorers. When you take a look at what Kayla and Kaitlyn have accomplished in 3 years, it's just truly amazing. They were both asked to step in when we needed them as freshmen, and not only to be able to play, but to be able to score and try to help this team win. And so that's a comforting fact as a coach, knowing we're going to be able to score some points. When you take a look at this roster, our backcourt is our strength. Besides Kaitlyn and Kayla, we have Markel Dent, who really makes our team go. She's able to get the ball out in transition, and she's a very difficult player to stop getting to the basket. As Markel's able to do that, it really opens things up for Kaitlyn to be able to shoot the basketball. We know that going into this season, we had to replace 3 seniors who brought a great deal to our program with the leadership in Shawan Landry, Kaylee Hoffman, and Fallon Lewis. Fallon Lewis was a starter, averaged a double-double for us. You just don't look to the next person to step up and be able to contribute that way. So this whole unit's going to be asked to have to step up and make up for that. I feel very fortunate that we have people in place. We're trying to determine now who will be the backup point guard between Jazz Davis and Haley Legerski. Jordan Kelly, a transfer from Washington State, is eligible to play. She's looking forward to it. And then we have a group of freshmen that are trying to figure their way out. They're very talented. You're going to see them on the court early. And then with our returning inside game of Jordan Sibrel and Kaylee Rader. So I really like where we're at currently. Probably the biggest asset for me is that my staff's retained with Gerald Manson, Katie Kern, Mike Petrino, and Nikki Stratton. That makes my life a great deal easier. Megan Jensen's our trainer, Mike Cotterman's our strength coach. So when you're able to keep the people around you together, it just makes for a great start to what I look forward to be a great season.
Even more of a scoring offense than you guys have?
It's exciting to have a guard like that can penetrate. It really opens Kayla and myself up to shoot the ball. So she does a great job distributing as well as getting her points as well. So it's exciting.
Kayla, with some preseason honors once again, certainly something you're used to, and the team being picked high. Is there more pressure on you guys, or is it just pressure within yourselves, or do you really think a lot about the preseason stuff?
I don't think it's any more pressure. You just take, Coach always says individual honors always come from team success. So the team always, that's what builds that individual success, and that's, it shouldn't be more pressure. It's just, another thing. And you just got to keep playing and play with the team and play for the team.
Your senior season, you've had success in the past, obviously with 1,000+ points. I mean, what's the next step where it's your last year here? What's kind of the point of emphasis as far as continuing to improve and taking the next step forward in your last season?
Kind of along the lines that Kayla just said, is just focusing on the team success. Getting out there and playing like we've been playing. We've done this for a while now, and so it's exciting to know that we've got that experience and that we can come out with a bang.
I would say it's just one more year. It's our last year, so we just kind of have to lay it all out. And we have a great team coming in. The freshmen are doing really well in practice. They're just stepping up even more and showing a lot of promise. So I don't know. I just think it's our last year, and we're going to make it one of the best.
And getting acclimated. Could you just talk about that group of 5 and what they will bring and what they could add to this with this team once they figure it out?
Well, we kind of joke about that. Somebody mentioned one day in social media, Fab 5. I said, if you can get me to a Final Four like Michigan, then I'll take that moniker. If not, they're very talented freshmen. And what we have is we're looking to help our inside game. So you have Marlia Campbell, Bailey Cotton, Natalie Baker. They're advanced, and they're being able to play, and they're going to be counted on to play early. Natalie shoots it extremely well. Bailey's somebody that's always around the glass, runs the floor tremendously. Marlia brings a combination of both. And then Liv Roberts. When you're Liv Roberts and your assignment every day in practice is to guard Kayla Woodward, it gets to be a challenge. We scrimmaged the other day. Liv made a 3 over Kayla, and Kayla went down and scored like the next 10 points, just to remind Liv what life can be like on the other end. And so I enjoyed seeing that phase where Kayla still came out and said, we got a lot to teach you. And then Skylar Snodgrass can shoot the basketball. So I think it's a nice blend for us, but get used to those names because you're going to see them a great deal.
Kaitlyn, what are the expectations for this team, in your opinion?
I think to just come out and play hard and get better every single game and every single time we step on the floor. I think that's always our goal, and that's been that way since my freshman year. So that's what we've got to keep striving for, is just to get better every time we touch the floor.
Kayla, obviously during your career you've experienced a lot of success, gone to the postseason, things like that. What is the next step now? I mean, if you go beyond just taking it day by day, where does this program need to get to?
Well, we've always just been just a little bit short, especially at the tournament. So I know that's a goal of mine, and I'm sure of the whole team, just to get, maybe win the tournament this year, get into the big dance. So, I mean, we still have to keep moving forward, and we've had some success, yes, but we also still can improve so much more.
I guess I'd turn that question to Coach as well. 21 season last year, but it proved maybe not quite enough. And you certainly are in the conversation, top 3, preseason rankings, whatever they mean. But what do you think that is, that next step to kind of jump into a solid postseason game, or be competitive in the conference?
One of the things we found is this program's been built on 21 seasons. We've been to postseason play numerous times, but what we keep talking about is getting to that championship. 2 years ago, we make a shot with 6 seconds to go that we think's putting us in the championship game by Kayla. They make a shot with 1 second to go to get us out. Last year we go to triple overtime, and we had to use everybody on the bench. And so what we talk about is every time you run an extra sprint, every time you take an extra shot in practice, we need one more play. And we've been there with this group 3 consecutive times. They've made it to the semifinals of the tournament. And we're 1 play short is what we talk about. And so that's going to be what drives us. Whether or not you can win a championship, we always strive to win championships. There's so much that goes into it, how the ball bounces your way or not, how injuries hold up. And I like our group. As I said, our backcourt is our strength, and we're going to go with that backcourt. These 2 here are a big part of what we do.
Thus far of the remodeled AA?
Well, at first we all thought we were in like a new place. We didn't even know. It feels like we're on the road at someone else's gym just because it was so different. But it's a very cool feeling. It's, I don't know, so much more. People are going to be on the court basically, so it's a really cool atmosphere.
I think it provides a really good atmosphere for us as players as well as the fans. It gives them that a little bit closer experience. Like Kayla was saying, those seats come right down to the floor, so it's exciting. We get great support from our fans, and so it's good for them in a sense.
Kevin, I think what Tom Berman was able to do was provide what the coaches needed, was more practice space. Before you used to be able to practice, if we scrimmaged, the players not in the scrimmage had to stand. Now they're participating on the side, they're working. And so when you take a look at it, the fans are going to be amazed with what's happened for them with the video screens, the way it sits. And when I think about it, you need to thank the boosters that stepped forward, the state of Wyoming that stepped forward to make this a reality, because it is now a showpiece.